Welcome to ERLC. The Christmas update is finally here, and we have a lot to cover in this one. So stay tuned, subscribe if you do enjoy, and let's get into this. Starting off with the new limited edition car, and this is the 1956 Falcon Advance Holiday Edition, and it is beautiful. Funny enough, a game I used to make content on, BeamNG Drive, added a very similar car only 3 days ago. Now taking a look at the car, we've got a spare tyre on the left, we've got the Christmas tree in the back. This can be used for a variety of role plays. Pretty cool one to bring to a car meet, honestly. And then the vehicle itself is pretty standard. Can fit 2 passengers inside, top speed of around 115 miles an hour. And yeah, I really like the design of it. The classic cars the ERLC have been making recently, although fictional, do look amazing. So I gotta give them credit on that. The detail on this vehicle is great. I love the tail lights back here, the wiring on there, really, really cool. So yeah, I love the vehicle. No complaints about that, really. Now, it seems to handle pretty well. Acceleration for basically a truck is surprisingly good. If we come to a stop here, as you can see, we can get going fairly quickly. So yeah, very impressive vehicle. Purchase it whilst you can. And I love the design on this. I suppose one of the main attractions is Santa's workshop. So over here, you just saw, like 2 seconds ago, the countdown change. Currently 9 days till Christmas. Very, very exciting. So yeah, there's a nice countdown over here. Again, like the Halloween event, like the 1 billion event, this building has been removed and, well, it's been replaced with this. So it's kind of cool. I like them using this as an event location. We've got some snowmen over here. We've got Fergie in his own sleigh. Looking pretty chilled, actually. So welcome to the city park, and this is the most recent iteration, most recent design of this place. I feel like this changes a lot. We've had Santa's workshop, we've had a runway here, we've had ice hockey. Well, I'm not really sure if you can call it ice hockey, but we used it as one. Anyways, we've got the rink here. When you hop on, you'll get these ice skates, pretty nicely modeled. I think these are the same as last year. But either way, nice to see them make a return. We've got a Christmas tree in the center with some speakers that do play Christmas music. I would play it, but, well, I'm not entirely sure if it's copyrighted or not. I do love ragdolling on the ice, though, I gotta say. You can slide very far. Now, the only other thing we really have going on here is this small ticket stand where I'm guessing you can purchase a ticket to go on the ice. Look at Ollie sliding over there. So you can go inside this building. You could use it for some role plays if you wanted. $4.99 for a ticket. We've got some other decorations like some snowmen, presents all over the place. And then we've got a LED neon Christmas tree over here. So nice decoration. But apart from that, nothing too crazy going on with this park. Now, of course, if we head on to the snow, not entirely sure if this is snow, but it will work. We can grab a snowball. Of course, snowballs do make a return, but they have changed slightly, or I suppose dramatically, in the sense of a snowball. So now when you throw them, they will actually, like, there'll be an image, so you can actually see where it hits. So if we throw it onto the ground there, as you can see, that's pretty cool. I like that. I do like that. It only stays there for a second or two, but I feel that's a nice addition. Oh, okay. I do not know how that ended up there. But if Ollie throws one at me, there you go, as you can see, you still got snow on your screen, and then it slides down. I don't think it did that before. Anyways, pretty cool. I like the addition to snowballs. And as you can see, yeah, I feel like that's a pretty cool touch. All right, so welcome to the cafe. Welcome inside out of the cold. But now we have a pretty exciting feature. A feature that I have been requesting for a while. And no, it is not the addition of snow on the weather app, although that is pretty cool. I like that. It is this, a new app, Sending Money. So the ability to send money to other players inside the same server. Ollie went to the back room to grab me a coffee. Thank you, sir. So you can use this in a variety of ways. Thank you. We'll go and accept that. So we have a coffee in our inventory. And yeah, any player in your server you can send money to. So we're just going to select Ollie's the only other player in the server. So we're just going to select him. And you can send, I believe the maximum amount is 2,500 a day or every 24 hours. So you can send 2,500 and you can receive 2,500. So if we send Ollie $50, let's say, we're just going to send him that. Very expensive coffee, but I appreciate the service. As you can see, he'll get a notification on his phone, send him $50. And if we go in here, you can see sent 50 out of the 200 or $2,500. Now, I believe the limit is on here to reduce players' duping money. I'm not entirely sure if that would work, but as well, you could technically just create an infinite amount of alts and just give your main account all the starting money. So I'd assume that's one of the reasons why there is a transfer limit. But I'd like, maybe if you're a tier 3 player or something, you could increase it to 5,000, or there'd be some ability to increase it. But yeah, Ollie sent me a message. There you go. So you can see it comes up in your messages there. Pretty cool. I do like that feature. Maybe increasing the limit at some point, but overall, very glad. And now I have a coffee to drink. Okay, so we're here on law enforcement. Couple of changes to some of the tools here. You can see Ollie has the ballistic shield on his back. That is right. If we go ahead and take this out of my inventory, there we go. That's a police barricade, wrong thing. Taking out the ballistic shield, as you can see, if we unequip this, it'll now be put on our back. So that's pretty neat. It does kind of hover over your back a bit. I suppose that is to accommodate UGCs and accessories, so it's not clipping, but you pull it off your back instead of just pulling the ballistic shield out of your pocket. And there is also a new animation and model for the riot shield. Looks pretty clean. I do like it. So yeah, nice combination we have here. Another thing we have on law enforcement is a new trailer. This is the mobile surveillance trailer. We'll go ahead and spawn it in over there and take a look at its capabilities. So now we head over, nicely modeled panels. We've got a big solar panel on the back there. Pretty nice. But anyways, we head over to the side and we press F to control this thing. And we can press this to raise the actual camera up into there. And then it's got a light on it. And this camera can actually be viewed. It is actually useful. So if we open up our MDT, and we head into this new page here for the live cameras. You can see both all of the building cameras around the map. So like you can in the dispatch office, and we can just go ahead and switch between all those. Really, really useful actually, because I don't think many people in public servers are going to be using the dispatch camera and going in there to have a look at the live cameras. So if you can view it from wherever you are around the map, that's very useful. We can go and exit this and open our MDT back up again and take a look at our trailer cameras. So Ollie has one spawned in here, and if we press left shift, we can actually move around the camera. So it can move 360 degrees horizontally and has a decent bit of movement up and down. You could definitely use this to spy on people robbing the bank, for example. If you park this outside the bank and then just check your MDT every so often and you see a criminal running up to the vault, getting ready to rob this thing, well, you can be the first officer responding. So I quite like this. You could use this quite strategically. So we're here on DOT and we have yet another trailer. DOT definitely collecting them. So we'll go and spawn that in and find out where that did spawn, right out the front there. Okay, so take a look at this. We have a portable flashlight or floodlight trailer. So like with police, can attach to any car. We go ahead and control this and raise this up. Nice animation for that. May as well go and turn this to nighttime as well, and we'll add some snow in. There we go. We can go and turn on the light, rotate it left and right, and then lower it as well. And you can see it's actually pretty bright. We'll go and move it away from the building, because of course the building's going to be lit up. But yeah, it's a fairly bright light, I suppose. And there we go. Can rotate full 180 degrees. Quite nice. And yeah, you can use this for pretty much anything. Construction scene, maybe you're doing some roadworks, maybe you're doing some maintenance, anything like that. This can be very useful. As you can see as well, these have replaced the models that were here at the Eagle construction site before. So you can't interact with them, but I suppose it is a nice quality of life change. They are now updated and using the same DOT model. And of course, snow plowing is back. It is the winter. Snow plowing has made a return. So Ollie here has, is that the F-150? I believe so, with the snow plow attached to the front. I'm going to spawn in the salt truck and show that off. So we're going to spawn this in. We can lower the salter, or the plow in the front, and turn on the salter at the back. Go and pop all of our warning lights on, notify all the traffic around us, headlights on, and let's roll. For the most part, snow on the roads looks the same as previous years, but it's been updated slightly. As you can see, if we approach this one, instead of disappearing the second I touch it, I don't know if it's shrinking or just moving under the road so you can't see it. Either way, I think it looks definitely a lot better. It's unfortunate there's not more snow on the road, because I'd definitely love to see large areas or at least bigger portions of the road covered in snow. But I suppose this is a nice change, and I know some other games have the entire road covered in snow, but I don't know how that affects performance. Either way, next year I'd love to see some large patches of snow covering entire lanes, but I suppose this is a nice change in the meantime. Another nice quality of life change, as you can see, Ollie has... Is that the LMT? I think so. Anyways, when he unequips it, it is now placed onto his back, so you can visibly see if someone is carrying a weapon. Now, we're going to try this with a couple other weapons. I also want to try some other things out. So let's grab the AK-47, for example. We'll go ahead and equip this, unequip it. As you can see, it's placed on my back. What happens if I put this into my inventory? Is that shown as well? It is. So I think the only way to now carry a rifle or a shotgun without it being seen by the players is to put it in your trunk or put it in your inventory. Equally, as you can see, I have it equipped in my inventory, but I haven't pulled out the gun yet. So the second you pull out the gun and put it back into your inventory, it will equip on your back. So I suppose keep that in mind. If you start walking around in a roleplay server with a machine gun on your back, actually, I'm curious, does that show? It does. Oh my gosh. Imagine seeing someone walking around in a public server with an M249 on your back. That would be pretty wild. So I suppose use this as a lesson. Make sure you are aware of the weapons you're carrying, because if you start walking around in a private roleplay server with this on your back, well, the mods are going to know pretty fast. The last main big feature with this update, which is actually something that is quite exciting for a lot of roleplay servers, and I'll be covering this specifically in a separate video, is this. There's a new sponsored page. Oh, hi Ruffles, by the way. Anyways, if we go over to my own servers, as you can tell, I don't have all my servers active right now, but we can head down into the sponsored ad campaign. Click on this, and then there are two sections. So you can basically put ads of your roleplay server around the map. And I've tried this with one image from Open Mod Roleplay, and this was approved and all that sort of stuff. Now, how this works essentially is there are two different ad campaigns, and let me show you this. So this is the PRC livery and ad campaign document, basically like what you can submit as liveries, and they've now added a section as what you can submit for ads. So there are two types of ads you can have for your private server. We have a default ad, which essentially just displays your private server name, logo, and information, but then you have a custom billboard ad or custom bus stop ad. And this will display like a render or an image or of your server, whatnot. Basically, adds a bit more detail and you can customize it how you'd like. Pretty cool. So here's all the information if you'd like to create your own. And uploading it is, well, the same as livery. It's very, very simple. And here are the rules, by the way, so make sure to read over that before doing so. But essentially how this will work is you will either run a sponsored ad on your server, which will just run a basic one, or you submit a billboard or bus stop ad, which are the custom images, submit that, and then run that once they have been approved. And I've got some reference images of what they'll look around the map. Some Greater Toronto roleplay propaganda, I suppose you can call it. I found a lot of their roleplay ads around the map. And I'll be doing an entire separate video on this where I try it on my own roleplay server. So make sure to look out for that because it will be active for 48 hours. And after that, I'll show you the results, let you know if it's worth it or not. Private server owners as well can head into settings, scroll down just a tiny bit to custom sponsored ads, and you can disable this. So if you don't want custom sponsored ads showing in your private server, you can disable it and it will simply show some ERLC default ads, just like this. So I suppose that's a nice change if you don't want them being displayed in your server and you don't want your members leaving to go join other roleplay servers. We've got an engine spawned in here, and another small update / change is a new reversing sound. Right up to the front doors there, and we go into reverse. You can hear this very high pitch, like reverse tone, I suppose, when we're reversing. And this is applied to any sort of truck. So whether that's a fire engine, a dump truck, the gas tanker, any sort of truck in the game. And I don't mean pickup truck, by the way. Any sort of van, any sort of lorry, anything like that. And you can hear Ollie actually in the Valley Transit bus. We'll go and open the door for him. And he can reverse in here as well. Show off the sound it makes. There you go. So we've got some more moderation abilities in private servers. You can see we've got some Ollie's spray painted some graffiti onto the ground here. And because I'm a moderator, admin or owner of this private server, I can hold E to delete this graffiti. And there you go. It's pretty cool. It tells you who it is. So if someone's just spraying graffiti all over the place, you can go and kick them or moderate them however you wish. And you can remove it. So if you don't wish to kick them, but you want it removed, there you go. Now, a fairly small but definitely useful fix/update is the changing of tree hitboxes. So as you can see, we're driving right beside this tree. And before, the tree hitbox would extend like 2 feet either side from the trunk. But now all of the trees around the map have been updated to have a much, much smaller hitbox. As you can see, we're able to drive right beside this tree and there's no collisions. We're not being stopped. We're not hitting into the tree. We're also not getting stuck underneath the branches because those hitboxes have been moved up as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments below which parts of this update you're most excited about, and I'll see you all in the next one.